Welcome to the Three Musketeers, the sibling podcast that understands your Disney addiction. I'm Jared.
I'm Amanda.
And I'm Emily.
This week's episode, we're going to be talking about fan theories for the movie Aladdin, but first we're going to do something a little bit different. Typically, we would start with the news, but we decided to kind of steer away from the news. It's all COVID related anyway, and that's not very fun. So we're going to actually replace the news with the trivia. So let's go ahead and get into the trivia for the week. You guys ready to play?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. You might know this one. I don't know. We'll find out. What are the names of Hades' minions in Hercules? I do have multiple choice for you guys if you need that.
I think I might need multiple choice just because it's been a little while since I've seen Hercules. I think I need a refresher.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the multiple choice. We have A, Peter and Paul. We have B, Pepper and Parsley. C, Pint and Quart. Or D, Pain and Panic.
D, Pain and Panic.
How confident are you in that answer?
Not at all. No, I'm pretty sure that is correct. I would say probably 75%.
And I'll go with that one as well. I'm not confident, but it sounds good.
Okay, well, I guess you guys got it right this week. I'm pretty upset, but I kind of wanted to give you something a little bit easier, but still kind of on the difficult side to some degree.
You probably should have come up with some, better names than Parsley.
Hey, they're all peas.
They are, but you could have done, I don't know, besides just Pain and Panic, something else that sounds tortured. And it probably would have thrown us off.
Well, I thought that Pint and Quart might get you because they're kind of smaller. So I thought you might think that the bigger one of the two was named Pint because it's kind of funny. Kind of like a Little John nickname, right?
No.
Yeah.
I got a no and a yeah. Okay.
Amanda was just being nice.
No,
yeah.
I think you were just being mean.
It was being sarcastic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sure it was. All right. Well, why don't we go ahead and get into a history fact?
Okay, so did y'all know that after opening Disneyland in 1955, Walt Disney decided to move on to other ventures in his business, and he actually decided that he was going to build a ski resort. But obviously that never came through. He went as far as planning out the location, which was going to be in Sequoia National Park, and he had begun to make plans, including road deals, and he had spoke to the governor of California. He was getting approval for all of these things. Like, the plan was fully in motion, but unfortunately, Walt Disney died not too long after Disneyland opened, and Disney World was already in motion. And so the head of the company that took over after him decided that the ski resort was definitely not a top priority, and instead they were going to put all of their focus into building Disney World. So unfortunately, we never got a Disney ski resort, which I think it could have been like cooler than any other ski resort and like so different. And I'm kind of a little bit sad that it didn't work out.
They should really consider doing that as their next DVC resort.
That would make a very good DVC resort. I agree.
Yeah, like I'm thinking Alani, but in the snow mountains.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
Me too.
It'd be very fun.
They have on the East Coast, they have the Hilton Head Disney Resort, and they have Vero Beach Disney Resort. So maybe they could have one in California.
Yeah, and I think it would be really cool to kind of see like Walt's original idea come through all of these years later.
That would be really cool. I had no idea. And when you first started this, I thought you were going to talk about him going to sell vacuums or something.
No, he did do that, but or almost did that. His brother did, but
I know.
no.
All right. Well, Amanda, you want to give us a tip for the week?
Why, of course. This week, I just want to help the people who are the early risers, the ones who want to be at the park for rope drop.
So not me.
Right.
It is me.
It could help everybody, I guess, but specifically those who are early risers and want to get there first thing in the morning. It helps to have everything planned out. So you just get up, get dressed, get out the door super fast. So you can plan each day what you're going to wear, and it helps especially for little kids, and put everything together in one Ziploc bag. So you can also put them in the cubes, the packing cubes that they make specifically for traveling. But in the Ziploc bags, you can even write like with a Sharpie whose it is, what day it's for. So you know, okay, this day we're going to Magic Kingdom. This is the outfit I want you to have for Magic Kingdom. And it's all ready to go. Quick and easy.
Nice. I really like that idea. I kind of do, I mean, of course, it's just me that I'm packing for, but I kind of do something like that where I'll tend to like roll outfits together. And that way it's just easier to grab one for the day.
Yeah, organization is key, I think, whenever you're doing Disney.
Yeah, and I normally always rope drop, so it's definitely important.
That's a very good tip.
Our segment for this week is Disney bounding, and I decided that it was time to Disney bound as Tiana. So if you want to check out the looks that I put together and actually see them instead of just hearing me talk about them, you can head over to our Facebook or Instagram, and that is T3M podcast on both of those platforms. And that way you can just kind of follow along while I talk about it. So we have two options for Tiana, and I actually picked two different outfits that she wears in the movie that I was inspired by. So for option A, I have her ball gown that's the green, two different toned green ball gown that she's wearing like at the end of the movie. I think she's wearing this whenever she actually gets married, if I'm thinking correctly, right?
I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah, so I chose that dress to be inspired by for the first look. So I picked some light green, flowy, comfy pants because you know you're going to be in the park and you want something that's comfy, not super constricting. And then a darker green top to go with it that I thought would look really good tucked into the pants. And my whole idea for this like was to go with the two-tone green just like in her dress. And then I just paired it with some simple white sneakers cuz you're going to be walking a lot and I just wanted something easy. And then for accessories, I have some really pretty sparkly green earrings and I feel like it would be something that Tiana would totally be wearing on her wedding day in a ball gown.
Yeah, I agree.
And then for the necklace, I went with the Princess and the Frog flower necklace. And she has the flower on her ball gown. So I thought it was a perfect way to complement that. And then, of course, we have to have a tiara. So I actually found a tiara on Etsy and I just typed in Tiana crown. And that's what came up. And I think it's absolutely perfect for the outfit. I found a really cool frog ring. I feel like she has to have something that's like a frog in there to represent the fact that, you know, she was a frog for a while.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, in case you haven't seen the movie, now you know. To finish off the look, I found a really cool bag that is actually Ray and it matches the dress perfect. And I just thought that it was really cool to have her little like sidekick as a part of the outfit. So that completes look number 1. And for outfit number 2, also known as option B.
Yeah. Option B or number 2.
Option B is her outfit whenever she is riding like the transportation to work in the movie. And so she has on like a super cute yellow dress and a long green coat and a really cool like bucket style hat. So I was really inspired by that outfit, and I picked out a yellow dress it has a collar just like her dress does. So I thought it was really perfect. And then a long green cardigan, and I found some really cute Oxford shoes that I thought went perfect with this outfit and her style in this scene. And some frog earrings, of course, because like I said, I think that she needs some frog representation on her. And I found a brown backpack because I just wanted to keep the like classic like look that she has in this scene for this Disney bounding. So I just had a simple brown backpack that would be perfect to carry at the park, and then a green bucket hat. And to finish off the look, I found a bracelet that says dig a little deeper, which, as you know, is like one of the lines in one of the most popular songs in the movie.
Yeah.
So I thought that bracelet was a really cute way to finish off the look.
Yeah, it's very good. I really like both of these.
Did you mention the frog earrings?
She did.
I did, because she has to have some frog on her.
I must have missed those.
Honestly, I am going to go with, even though I like option A a lot, there are a lot of very good, like the earrings, I think match perfectly. The Ray bag is absolutely adorable. But I'm going to have to go with option B. And I think the reason why is the shoes.
I know, I love the shoes and
Me
the hat.
too.
See, the hat for me, not so much. If it wasn't like a corduroy hat,
Yeah.
then maybe it would.
I love corduroy.
Yeah. It just seems very 90s style to me. And I don't know. I'm not wearing flannel button ups anymore.
Well, I thought that, it kind of looks like the hat that she has in the movie.
No, it does for sure look like the hat. It's just corduroy.
I think that I also pick option B. If I had to wear one, I would wear both. I made them both, but I love B.
I would hope you would wear both of them.
Well, it's a trifecta because I would choose B as well. It is perfect, like spot on to what she is wearing in that scene. And I think everything is super adorable on it. I do really like the frog ring, and that backpack, the Ray backpack, is fabulous.
Yeah.
But I have to go with B.
Yeah, I agree too. So there we go. I get 2 votes.
Nice. Thanks.
You're welcome. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into our main topic. Our main topic is fan theories for the movie Aladdin. These are super fun. I am really excited to talk about this. If you've listened to the episode, I get into conspiracy theories, as fun as they are, and fan theories, as fun as they are. So this is an episode that is going to be right up my alley. Okay, so first I want to ask you guys, have you heard any fan theories for Aladdin before I even mentioned this as a topic?
Yes, but from you.
Okay.
So
I've seen some like in passing on the internet.
So like I think the first one that most people have heard of is the street peddler is actually the genie, right? This is something that people have said for a long time, and actually it got confirmed by the director, and then also it kind of got confirmed yet again by Will Smith playing the peddler in the live action, and then also the genie in the live action as well. So I mean, It's the same character. I mean, Robin Williams played the peddler in the animated movie as well, so it kind of links it all together, right?
Right.
Yeah. So that's a confirmed theory.
That is confirmed. It's not even really a theory, but it was a theory for a long time before it was actually confirmed. Like, I remember hearing about it when I was like young, so. But I mean, that's the first one that I wanted to talk about because it kind of sets the tone for this whole episode. So the second one that I want to mention is that there is a theory, and I've heard of this one before we did this, but there is a theory that Belle, in the scene where she's going to pick out books and she's talking to the shopkeep, and she says that it's her favorite. It has far off places, daring sword fights, magic spells, and a prince in disguise. And the shopkeeper says that, well, you've already read it twice. And then he just says, if you love it that much, it's yours. Right?
Right.
So there are people who believe that she is talking about Aladdin because Aladdin has all those things, far off places, daring sword fights, magic spells, and a prince in disguise.
Yeah, and then I also saw, like, whenever I looked into this theory, I also saw, like, in the song she's singing about the book, she says, here's where she meets Prince Charming, but she won't discover that it's him till chapter 3. So that kind of goes along with it too.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you think about it too, by saying chapter 3, if you think about it in a movie term, you're talking about act 3. Or in, theater as well. Theater has 3-act plays, but that's one of the biggest structures for films is 3 acts. So
right.
Yeah, this one is really cool to me. Like, this is one of my favorite ones, and I really think that it is like she is reading an Aladdin book, and we know that Disney puts in like characters and other movies and little things like that in like hidden in a lot of their movies. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the fun things about Disney.
Yeah, I could definitely see this being true. This is one of the, well, I don't want to give it away. I can really see this one being true.
Okay. All right, well then let's go ahead and get into the next one, which I did not hear about until I started researching this, and I really like this one a lot. So this one came from Redditor Undependable, and it is basically the theory that the whole movie is the fulfillment of Aladdin's first wish.
I can see this, like seriously, because in the end, Aladdin really does become a prince, and that was his first wish, was to become a prince.
Yeah.
But whenever Genie first, you think, grants the wish, he's just making him a prince that...
In disguise.
In disguise, yeah. He's dressing him up as a prince, but he's not really a prince.
Yeah, he's giving him the... I guess
appearance.
Look, he's giving him the
money,
the
entourage.
Yeah. He's giving him everything he needs to look the part, but he never actually made him a prince.
Right.
He was not a prince of some kingdom somewhere.
Right.
He was a prince in disguise.
But in the end, he was.
In the end of the movie, he turns into a prince, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Emily, what about you? Do you see this one being true?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like this one is kind of like, in my brain, it's like a given because it is, I mean, like y'all said, he wasn't, at the beginning, Genie didn't turn him into a prince. He dressed him like a prince, and then the whole movie is leading up to him actually becoming a prince finally at the end.
Yeah.
Right.
So speaking of wishes, this next one is pretty interesting. It is coming from Redditor Green Fingers 559. That's That's a new one. So they say that the Cave of Wonders is a product of somebody's third wish.
I can see it. I mean, it's hidden away their money, you know?
Yeah,
I get it.
So, I mean, think about what people are going to wish for whenever they make a wish, right? A lot of people are going to wish for unlimited funds, right? What's kind of cool about this one, too, is they kind of continue on and say that the magic carpet could have been their second wish.
Yeah. And that, I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, you don't see a magic
know.
carpet anywhere else. It's not like they're just
True.
like laying around.
I really feel like the magic carpet was someone's wish at some point.
I would think
I just
that it
don't know
has to
why
be.
you would wish that. You know, that's your wish. You
Because-
unlimited money and a magic carpet.
They probably wished to fly, and then the genie gave them a magic carpet.
Possibly.
Okay. Possibly. Maybe it's how they got into the Cave of Wonders. That was their mode of transportation.
That could be because it is a mode of transportation out. So it could be a way in. That's very interesting. I never thought about that.
I came up with my own theory.
You did. Congratulations. Now we need to spread it on Reddit. So I mean, I can see this one being legitimate. I don't think you have to dig very deep into knowing that somebody would wish for a lot of money. But the thing that I would like to understand is why you have to have a diamond in the rough to get into the Cave of Wonders.
Well, when I was reading up on this one, I saw that the previous wish maker wanted someone to inherit their money that was worthy. And so that's why they needed a diamond in the rough, was because they're looking for the heir to all this money. The only downfall to this, though, is that nobody can touch the money. So
yeah, no, you can't touch the money. Even if you are the diamond in the rough, you can't touch the money. Yeah, it kind of
defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
So to me, that kind of squashes this theory a little bit.
Yeah, I would kind of say that squashes it for sure. Because if you can't touch it, or maybe this, Aladdin was not the one who touched it. It was Abu.
Yeah. But whenever you go into the Cave of Wonders, it says, don't touch anything else but the lamp. Do not disturb anything but the lamp.
Touch nothing but the lamp, yes.
Yeah.
But we can't confirm because Aladdin never touched it. So it could have just been a warning. Hey, don't touch it. But if you do, I can't stop you. Because you're the diamond in the rough.
I don't think so.
I don't know. All I'm saying is that you can't confirm it because Aladdin's not the one who touched it. He didn't touch the treasure. It was Abu. And yeah, if Aladdin touched it, maybe it was something different. Who knows? I guess we'll never know. So one that I really had fun with is there are some people that think the movie is set in a post-apocalyptic future. Have you guys heard about this one?
Yeah,
Yes.
I saw this one, and I'm going to go ahead right now and say that I don't believe it. I don't think that it's a valid, thing. And I would say that because I know that there's reasons like how they say that the genie talks about things from like the 90s and stuff like that. And my response to that and my answer to that is that maybe someone at some point that, opened the lamp wished to go into the future. And if they wished to go into the future, the genie went into the future too. And he experienced things in the future, but then he came back to his own time, So
that's a good theory there, Em.
Right? Look at us. We're just creating our own theories today.
So here's the thing too. So the genie, whenever he is transforming Aladdin, he mentions that one of the outfits that he picked for him is much too third century. As we know, Genie has said that he was in the lamp for 10,000 years. So even if the genie was put into the lamp at the 3rd century, that's 1400s?
Why are you making us do math?
Right?
Because
This isn't a
Math
podcast.
podcast.
because it is a math podcast. No, I just wanted to mention it because, I mean, the genie was stuck in the lamp for 10,000 years, and he's obviously making some kind of comment saying that this is like way too old.
Right.
I don't know. I think that this could be potentially correct. I really had fun with this one, and you'll see why later. But I think this one could be possible, but probably not accurate. I don't know. But if you think about it, there's no other kingdoms anywhere near. You don't see any other.
There are, because there are other princes that are coming in from somewhere.
Yeah, but it's like a dystopian kingdom, right? Like you have one kingdom that is surrounded by nothing but desert. And these other kingdoms are so far apart that we never see or hear about anybody except for the prince that comes in from another kingdom to try to court Jasmine.
I have another reason why it's not true.
Okay.
Because whenever they go on their magic carpet ride, they go to China.
Okay.
They're sitting on top of the Chinese building, and they're watching the little dragon thing and the fireworks, and there's lots of people there.
Okay.
So it can't be.
I mean, you're bringing that up as a reason why it's not like more modern than it makes it seem. But I mean, you have all of these things.
Dystopian, post-apocalyptic.
In this area of the world, yes. I mean, you can have like a
dystopian, post-apocalyptic in just one area of the world, not the whole world.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, kinda. It could happen. You don't know.
I don't think it works that way.
You don't know.
You have an apocalypse in one country, and that's it.
Yeah. Now, one country. That's
okay.
That's what it. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what it means.
No.
I don't know. Like I said, so. I think it could be possible. It's probably not. But yeah, I had fun with it just because of this next theory that's out there. So this next one came from Redditor Splatterpuss7, which is hilarious to me because it's like platypus, but splatterpuss. So they suggest that the genie accidentally unleashed a zombie outbreak.
Yes, I saw this one, and I equally don't buy into it.
I love this one. If you know anything about me, I am a horror fanatic, and I love the thought that the genie accidentally unleashed a zombie apocalypse.
Well, then where did all the zombies go?
The zombies have moved on because they are in a dystopian future.
I don't buy it at all.
Okay.
No.
So here's the reason why people think that this is accurate. Okay. So whenever Genie is kind of laying down the ground rules of what you can and cannot wish for, he says that he can't bring people back from the dead. It's not a pretty picture. I don't like doing it. So it suggests that he can do it and that he has done it before. And it's just not a pretty picture because it turned into a zombie apocalypse.
I think people are taking it and running with it. I think that he's done it before, and maybe he had a zombie or two. Or
But a whole
maybe
apocalypse? I don't think.
exactly. Maybe they just came back like not great. But a whole apocalypse is pushing it.
Well, I mean, so to be fair, the theory just says a zombie outbreak, right? So it could have just been like he created a zombie and it kind of went rogue and bit a few people. So then a few other people kind of became zombies, and it was an outbreak, right?
Yes, but if we're pairing that theory with the apocalypse theory, then you would say it's probably a zombie apocalypse.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. That's my theory.
See, what I saw was that he did say a zombie apocalypse, that he unleashed a zombie apocalypse. That's the theory I saw.
Oh, okay. Well, see, what I'm seeing is just a zombie outbreak. So maybe they're using outbreak as apocalypse. Who knows? But I do really like this, and I want it to be true. I don't know if it is true, but I want it to be true.
Why?
Because I am a horror fanatic.
You think we're going to get a movie with Genie starting the zombie apocalypse?
Hey, that'd be pretty cool.
I wish. Please, Disney, make this. And let me be the genie. I want to be. I want to be the genie.
Reprising his role.
I want.
It'll be a live action.
No, I want this movie to be made, and I want to be the genie, and it would be super fun.
It'll be Aladdin meets The Walking Dead.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we already know that I've been in a Disney movie already, so.
Ay.
Okay, we only have a few more left. This one is from Redditor. Oh, I'm going to mess this one up. Ferandria, I guess. I don't know. If I screwed it up, sorry. I don't know how to say names, apparently. So Aladdin's first wish makes his father the king of thieves. So as you know, the third movie is about his father and being the king of thieves, right?
Right.
So this theory could mean that when Aladdin wished to be a prince, it made his father the king of thieves and in turn made Aladdin a prince.
Honestly, I feel like this one could be true, but at the same time, I feel like it's just like I don't know that Disney was thinking about the third movie whenever they wrote the first one. So it might just be a big coincidence, but I could see it. I mean, because that would technically make him a prince. Like, if he wished to the genie, like, I want to be a prince, it kind of makes sense to like make your parents royal.
A king, yeah.
Yeah. So.
But they didn't necessarily have to know in the first movie that they were going to do that.
No, they didn't.
But they could have planned it in the third one.
Yeah, they could have looked back at the first movie and said, hey, we kind of noticed that Aladdin wasn't really a prince whenever he wished to be a prince. How can we change that? And they were like, okay, well, we can make his dad a king.
Yeah.
There we go.
So it's possible. It is
possible.
I think I like the first one a little bit better, where the whole movie is the first wish coming true.
Yeah, I do
Me
too. I believe that one a little bit more, and it makes more sense.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, I mean, that's really the only wish that Aladdin truly makes for himself, is to be a prince.
Yeah.
Because the second one is kind of the genie manipulating him into wishing to save his life.
Right.
And then the third one is granting Genie his freedom. Yeah.
Right.
So really, in all honesty, that's his only desire, is to be a prince.
Yeah.
Fun facts for thought. You're welcome. Let's go ahead and continue on. I think that this one is going to be Emily's absolute favorite. Jafar is actually the hero of the movie.
Wrong.
Wrong.
Okay, why do you think it's wrong?
Because he's obviously not a hero. He's mean and he's evil and he's scary and he tries to kill people.
Jafar has his faults, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's not a hero.
He's using his magic to mind control the Sultan.
But if you consider that the reason people are saying this is because the Sultan is so aloof and doesn't really understand how to run a kingdom. And Jafar is there to make sure that the kingdom is running smoothly.
No, Jafar is there to make sure everyone is miserable and he controls them.
I mean, I'm just saying the theory behind this is that Jafar has been in this position for a long time, and he sees the Sultan continually making the wrong decisions on how to run the kingdom, and he is fed up and he tries to take it into his own hands to gain power and kind of set the kingdom free a little bit. I don't necessarily agree with this, but it's fun to think about, I think. Just like any other Disney villain, it's fun to think of them as the hero in some way.
It's fun to think about, but it's wrong.
Emily, just think about how different your meeting would have been with Jafar if he was actually the hero.
Heroes don't look like Jafar.
That is wrong on so many levels.
At least in Disney movies, they don't, okay?
So I do want to bring up the theatrical play, and I'm pretty sure it's a book as well, but Twisted is the story of Jafar as the hero. So there is actual documentation of this.
But that's a totally different story.
Well, I mean...
Well, yeah. Totally different story.
I mean, I'm just saying it's out there. You can
It's
if you really love the theory so much that you want to see Jafar as the hero, there is that content out there. You can find it. It is Twisted. The whole play is on YouTube, and you have a book. So if you like to watch it or if you like to read, take your pick. I will say this. The one on YouTube is pretty funny.
I'm going to have to try to watch it, but
I mean, be prepared because see what I did there? Be prepared. Be prepared because it's like 2 hours long.
That's the wrong movie, Jared.
It's the wrong. It's not. I didn't say it was the right movie, but it's Disney related. So get off my back. Jeez, you're a bunch of aboos. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next one. This one is a weird one, and it's going to be the last one. This one came from Redditor Resident Swimming, and they claim that Aladdin and Jasmine are siblings.
Yes, I saw this one, and it's kind of funny.
It's kind of funny, so let's kind of talk about why they say they're siblings. So they're saying that, in fact, whenever Aladdin wished to be a prince, that made him the Sultan's son, which in turn made him the brother of Jasmine.
Okay, my whole thing is if this were true, shouldn't Aladdin have known that Jasmine was his sister and probably not pursued a whole love story with her and then married her?
I mean, things happen in post-apocalyptic worlds.
Yeah, no, this is the most
We're not
ridiculous
connecting
theory.
all of these together. Come on.
I'm going to try.
Agree,
I'm going
ridiculous. To. I know, but that's a little far-fetched.
Yeah, I don't see this one being true either. I kind of see where they're going with it because, again, you don't really know of any other kingdoms. You get the one prince that comes calling, but I mean, you never see.
You go to China.
Okay, you're the Prince of China. I don't know. It's just this theory is not holding up to me. I don't believe in this one, and it doesn't seem like you guys do either.
No, I'm not buying it.
Yeah. All right. Well, those are the theories that we have. Let us know if we missed any, or which one is your favorite, which one you hope is true, or which one you think is definitely false. You can get in touch with us on social media at T3M Podcast. That's going to bring us into mousekeeping. We do want to continue to let you know that we are starting a YouTube. We will probably be starting to get new content up in late August. That's our plan. We'll probably start off with something simple, nothing too detailed, and that's pretty much what we want the whole YouTube channel to be, is something that you can go and you can kind of get some Disney talk from the three of us and it be a little bit more condensed than the podcast itself. So maybe, 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes, who knows. We'll just talk about a topic, and as long as we can talk about it, we'll talk about it. So you can find our YouTube channel that is currently set up at bit.ly/T3M YouTube, and that is all lowercase. If you love the show, let us know. Leaving a 5-star written review is the best way for us to know how we're doing.
If you're looking to give your family a magical vacation, you can contact me on social media at amanda.hollis, Capture the Magic Vacations. My services are free, and I can plan as little or as much of your trip as you want. You can find my contact information in the show notes.
Join us for our next episode, releasing Thursday the 20th. We will be talking about the history of Splash Mountain, and I'm super excited about this one because, as we all know, Splash Mountain is my all-time favorite. So be sure you're subscribed to the show so that you're updated when a new episode comes out every other Thursday.
So that's going to do it for this week's episode. Thank you all for listening. You can also be a part of the magic by following the show at T3M Podcast on all social media platforms. That's T3M Podcast. Leave us a 5-star written review and we'll read it on an upcoming episode. If you have an announcement that you would like to have on the show or just want to reach out to us, you can send us an email at t3mpodcast@gmail.com.
Have a zippity-doo-dah day.
See you real soon.